Welcome to the Chef's Kitchen. I'm your host, Tina Marie, and today we're joined by Chef David Banks of Harry's Savoy Grill in Wilmington, Delaware. Nice to have you back, friend.
Thank you. Nice to see you too. Very
Great.
nice.
Now, I understand we're working with a lot of game today on the Chef's Kitchen.
Small little fowl called a quail. We have the quail today, and we're going to do a little foie gras and duck dish as well. We're using these herbs.
Dorot, frozen garlic and herbs. This is an answer to our prayers.
I love it. Very not only convenient for me, but really concentrated. Great flavor.
So now, how are we beginning here?
Okay, we're going to do a quail dish with just a little simple slaw, baby bok choy, some green onions, some snow pea tendrils, some ginger in it. Using the cilantro for this dish with the pan roasted quail. A little lime, kind of some Thai flavoring.
Okay, great.
A little tip and technique here. Quail comes semi-boneless. You can buy it in any supermarket. What we do is we take the leg off like this, and then we put it, and we're cooking it with the leg and the wingtips, making a little stock, actually a reduction. So you take that, and we take the wingtip off, and then we're just going to French that bone.
Okay, just a pop on the knife there.
Then the bone exposes like that.
This is an interesting technique.
And then I do this. So what we do is we actually braise the legs, and we can pull the meat off the legs. We'll use that as part of the dish.
Okay,
and
very
then we're
good.
going to pan roast this. So we're going to pick the prettiest little one.
The plumpest, maybe.
The plumpest little quail. A little bit of salt and pepper.
Now, what was the idea behind exposing that bone there?
It just
aesthetic?
Yeah, it's a Frenching technique. It's called Frenching the bone. And it's just a little technique to do that. And we'll let that cook. You know what? My pan's big enough. We'll do a second one.
Just regular olive oil, Chef?
That is a soya oil. Trying to leave low fat.
Okay.
Well, it's got some fat, but it doesn't have the bad fat.
Okay,
so,
very good.
A little low fat in that. So right now, that's just going to do its job. Do this for me. This is pretty easy. If you can just take, and they're not too hot, you pull them in your hands. Just pull the meat off those bones. Can you do that? Or
sure, absolutely.
You want a towel to wipe your fingers?
I think I'm good.
Just the legs. The wingtips we keep in for the sauce. We're going to do that. I'll make a little bit of this bok choy, green onion.
So now, removing the meat from the bone here, we're using this meat for what, Chef?
That's going to be part of the dish that we actually eat. We're going to put the meat and then the breast of quail over top of it. So you actually get the entire quail. It's just deconstructed a little bit.
Different textures, too.
Yeah.
Do you want me to just discard the bone?
Drop it right back in,
right back in
the stock there.
Got it.
So you continue to cook that as I'm preparing, and I'll continue to cook that stock, and we've come down to a nice little glaze.
Very good.
Right there. So we take a little bok choy, baby bok choy. Now these herbs and spices are really nice.
Well,
I don't have to prepare them, I don't have to wash them, I don't have to chop them, I don't have to puree them, whatever I want to do, they're there for me.
You really don't even have to touch them. They come in these wonderful individually portioned packs, which look like ice cube trays, actually.
They do. They pop out like ice cube. We're going to show you that.
The most important thing, the thing that really stuck out with me is they're flash frozen in the fields. These are actually fresher than you can get in your produce department. Completely fresh. There's no preservatives, no MSG, and they last for 2 years in your freezer.
Really?
Which is outstanding.
Baby bok choy, little green onion. We toss.
So you slice them down, thinly sliced.
We're going to make a little, like a slaw.
Okay.
A little bit of snow pea tendrils, which are right there.
Very nice.
I'm going to take a little bit of a smoked sea salt. It's going to work into the flavor of that. Yeah, just a little smoked sea salt.
Do you like all the interesting new salts that are out?
I do. We use them. We have several restaurants, on all seafood restaurants, so the Hawaiian red sea salt is great. Part of this dish is the red pepper jelly that I've made using their red pepper and it's simple caramel.
Okay, very good.
And that is Dorot's red pepper is
the red chili.
Another dish that we're going to make is right there.
Which is right here.
And that is just really, really good.
You can see this is how it comes, these individually portion sizes, and each cube is 1 teaspoonful. You always know how much you're using.
You'll see the recipes that I've developed here are based on a cube.
Cooked something from the show? Went to a restaurant that you loved? Found a place serving innovative cocktails or impressive wine? Become a fan of the Chef's Kitchen on Facebook and share your thoughts. now return to the chef's kitchen.
But right now, this quail is just perfectly done. That's how quick the quail cooks.
What's a small bird?
And so look, we're good. We browned off nice.
So when they have a nice brown exterior, that's when you know they're ready?
Right. They're a little bit rare inside, or medium rare inside is fine, because I'm going to discard a little bit of that grease. And
it's
the
all flavored.
cilantro and the ginger from the freezer.
Certainly, sir. Another thing
Semi-warm
I
pan.
like about this is the size. You can eat, they're very stackable. So you can stack them in your freezer and they don't take a lot of
See if
space.
I can pop
Look at
them out.
that, how quickly.
Recipe called for one, but
And now
you know.
typically, if you were to sit there and be chopping your ginger, your hands would smell of ginger and you'd probably have a lot of waste. It would take up a lot of time. So it's very time efficient. Individually portioned. This is just
I'm
brilliant.
going to take just a touch of water. Smell the aroma?
Yes.
That works.
Oh
So
my
that's
goodness.
actually gonna
well,
go-
You can smell how fresh it really is.
That's going to go right into our little salad
Our
there.
little salad, pea shoots and our
This
bok
one.
choy.
This one, I don't really want to discolor this in any way, but I do want to use it as kind of a drizzle for this thing. This is the cilantro. So we pop,
Pop.
and we'll give it a couple extra just for fun.
Cilantro.
We got a one-shot deal here.
This is the biggest one that's famous for having excess in your refrigerator for always throwing away. What recipes require more than a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of cilantro, right?
So I'm just hydrating this so I can use it as a sauce. Now you could use it as a spread for a fish or a chicken or anything that you wanted. I'm using it as kind of a sauce. It's really concentrated, so I'm not diluting the flavor at all. You'll see when we're finished that, we're right on target here.
And cilantro has a pretty strong flavor, too.
It's nice and powerful. So this is the bok choy. We did this ahead a little bit. It's sitting and put a little bit of smoked sea salt in there. It's developing some flavors.
So you did that on purpose, just to do it ahead, just so
because
the flavors could meld?
It needs to kind of bloom or get really
I like
nice.
that, bloom.
Yeah, and we'll drop some of that out there.
Now, in
Just for
buying
fun.
quail, I think some of us are a little bit hesitant because the portion sizes or how many quail you need to feed a party. What do you go by?
Well, that's it's elusive. So I'm using this and this could be a first course or an appetizer course or something. If you were going to do it as an entree, maybe you'd have 2, or maybe you'd have a lamb chop or a piece of sausage or something else. In this season, you might do some venison, another game for that.
So it's nice to pair it with another main also.
I find that that's nice. Now, I like that. This is. Oh, you're good. You're good.
You're okay with that? You need some
more?
more?
Of this? No. So what I'll do is I'll just take this and I'll put it right in here. So really, you've got a.
It's an interesting way to serve it, Chef.
The look. And it just presses on there. So you've got the quail.
It really
the only little
goes.
bone you have to deal with is that little teeny bone right there.
Well, the shredded meat kind of really goes with our little shredded salad
Right.
there.
The textures at work.
And aesthetically, it looks very beautiful as well.
This is the.
Now, this is the
Don't let me get
soy.
That's a Kikat manis. It's a sweet soy. If you taste it, it's soy sauce, but it's sweet. It's got some probably some brown sugar. So we get a little bit of that.
That's very good.
So we got a little Thai
sweet
flavorings,
soy sauce.
lime, ginger, garlic.
Now, you cook this down, Chef? It was
You
just,
buy this. This
this is purchased.
This just purchases, and it's.
Almost looks like chocolate the way you're
Yeah, it
decorating
tastes
it.
great though. That, and then we've got this little red pepper.
Is this on the menu at Harry's?
We run things like this often, and that's a little red pepper jelly.
Now,
and
for the red
that's
pepper
spicy
jelly,
and hot. And
did you use the Dorot chili?
I did. Yep.
Okay,
It's
so
just a caramel and going down.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more from the chef's kitchen. We now return to the chef's kitchen.
Next dish is it's a foie gras and a duck leg confit. The duck leg confit is in the recipe that I made. That's something you do ahead, and that's a slow roasted duck. We're going to use persimmon, and gooseberries,
beautiful colored
and
fruit.
these three. The red pepper's already in the jelly that we used in the other dish, and this is the parsley, and this is the garlic.
Correct? Yes.
Right. So we're going to do a little bit of work with.
I love not having to chop garlic.
Do you?
It's impossible to get that odor off of your fingertips, don't you
that
think?
water, that little clear dish with water.
This one right
Still
here?
some? Yeah. Yeah, drop it right in there. And then
Got it.
give me just about that much more out of the sink, if you don't mind.
Certainly.
Get my blade here.
Would you like me to put some more of it in?
Yep, right in there. It's perfect.
Okay.
Fill it.
Are you
Foie
finished
gras.
with these dishes, Chef?
I am.
Okay, I will remove them so you have more space to work.
Hot pan on this foie gras. And get myself together, not go too fast or too slow.
So you were saying this dish requires some pre-planning,
Just
correct?
the duck leg confit. It's a long, slow.
Big process.
Yeah, like 200-degree oven, oil, and spices in there. But this, I'm going to take
Classic French technique.
some of the seasonal foods that are out there today, and that's the persimmon and the gooseberry. And if I take that round plate right now,
Certainly.
and this is just easy. We're just going to play that a little bit like that.
Really vibrant color on the dish.
Right. Parsley.
Go.
Drop a couple of those in there, just for
You
fun.
got it.
Couple of
How
them,
quickly,
too,
I
right?
love it. You want two?
Two's good. That's a little roasted onion that I do with the duck leg confit.
Okay, so you're finished with the parsley, right,
I am.
Chef?
That's it.
Stack it right in our freezer here.
Same as the quail. Similarly, the legs are tougher, the breasts are more tender, so we're cooking long and slow, so we've got a little bit of a shredded or pulled product in there. And
Almost
that
looks like
works
a
pretty
pulled pork, you know, in its appearance anyway.
good. Yeah, and now this is going to be so rich and
Yes.
great. Again, these flavor combinations work really well, and I love that parsley. I'm going to do the foie gras right now. I make the pan hot.
So this
that's
is
the foie gras.
the foie
That's
gras.
the fattened liver of the duck or the goose. Okay.
Rich and lovely.
Yeah.
And so you're just going to sear that. You heated your pan up prior.
Yeah, I don't want to burn it, and it's sometimes, it just depends on where I'm at with the stage of cooking, where I'm at. So
it's interesting how you took it off of the heat.
it's pretty hot, but we're
Yeah.
going to let it go back on, but we don't want to make it black.
This requires a lot of intuitive feel from the chef, right? I
And luck, a lot of luck.
a lot.
A lot of luck. Yeah.
Give yourself the credit for the intuition, right? And the skill. So now quick sear on the one side. So you're going to sear it on both sides?
Yes, I am. Just want to get a little more pressure on that edge there. I want to put a little bit of this glaze on that quail dish.
Oh, right on top. Luscious.
Yeah, that's now. I'm glad I did that later because now it's not cold.
Okay, so this is something that requires attention, right? To make sure that it does not burn.
Yeah, and that is as close to ready as I need it to be in just a second.
Would you like these burners turned off, Chef?
Is it too hot for you over here next to me?
No,
or is
no,
the burner
no.
hot?
I'm feeling great.
Well, then let's leave the heat on. Now you can turn it off. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm just messing with you. Right is not rear.
I understand completely.
Right is not rear. Gooseberries in season.
Tell me about
out of the cake.
gooseberries.
Well, here's the best way to tell you. Eat one.
Can I? It's fine to just eat?
I would.
I've never had a gooseberry.
Right?
Wait.
That's good, isn't it?
Almost like a grape and a blueberry. That's just
pretty-
what I'm getting. It's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Not too sweet, but the consistency is like a grape because of the size, I think.
Right. Now,
I like
give
it.
me the frozen garlic. We're
Certainly.
gonna pop it out. I'm going to put some garlic right in that.
Here's our
I'm going to
garlic.
take a little bit of the fat off the foie gras. I don't need all the fat for the dish. And we pop a cube of garlic right in there. Really delicious with the foie gras.
Absolutely, Chef.
And then bring me the red pepper, and we're going to play the red pepper on there.
Good. Do we have our
Gooseberries,
crushed
just
garlic?
peel the skin off or the leaf
And so
back.
where can we get gooseberries, Chef?
Any good market. They're in season now.
So now is their
During-
season?
Yeah,
Usually winter?
They're out of in the winter. They come out of the Cape, from I guess Massachusetts up through Maine.
Okay.
And it's all fun.
They're quite good. I don't think they get
Persimmons
used
are
enough.
good right now. You don't think I
You
use?
needed this, Chef?
Yep. Pop one right in there.
Is it something you cook with often?
Gooseberries?
Yes.
Yeah, they're just fun like that. You don't even have to cook them.
I
They
know.
look cool and
They're very juicy,
They almost
actually.
look like a flame, in a picture. It looks like they're on comets or meteors or
Yes.
whatever.
Well, they're great to
Oh, give
use
me
on
a
a
couple
plate.
more, just
You want
for
some
fun.
more?
Yeah, why not? And the foie gras looks great.
Certainly.
Okay, so I did a little bit of the parsley. We've got the garlic, and we've got the red pepper.
How's that?
Which is going to work with this dish. I like that. Again,
Did you love all that chopping I did?
I'm going to well, yeah, exactly.
Did you love all that? Now, typically, my fingertips would be all red and not smelling that great if I had to sit there and chop it up.
I'm just going to... I had a little bit of too much darkness in the pan, so I just changed that.
Okay.
Cooking is... there's no... it's an art and science, but there is a lot of... You said intuitive.
Intuitive.
Wow, that's a mighty good word. Look at that foie gras.
I think it's the truth, though. You know, I mean, you're a pro.
We've got the duck, foie gras. You said I'm a pro.
You are a pro. I mean, just you're creative and an artist, and I really admire the way you plate foods as well as prepare them. You know, it takes an artistic touch and a creative talent to be able to do that.
We've got 3 different restaurants, Harry's Hospitality Group, and we have an all seafood. We have a steak and
Harry's
seafood.
Seafood Grill.
Yeah, and we have a new tavern, a saloon.
Well, tell me about that.
It is in Trolley Square in Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay.
It's a neighborhood, and it just really has a great feel, very casual, good bar, beers, and just good.
What is the menu
stuff.
like there,
it's
Chef?
It's a little Santa Fe, Tex-Mex theme going on, kids chalene, and but all these, particularly the red pepper and the cilantro, work for what we do really well.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more from the chef's kitchen. We now return to the chef's kitchen.
This I'm going to take just a little more hydration.
Okay, so would you
is,
like
we
some
call
more
that water, or artesian stock. Just to thin it down a little bit more. So we've got persimmons, gooseberries, we've got garlic laid right on there.
And a little heat,
we've got our duck leg
chili.
confit, has some onion that I roasted it with. I just want to concentrate a little bit more. I didn't really want it that watery, but we'll make it right.
Could you use any other berries with this dish? If it's not
you can use cherries, you can use dried cranberries, you can use
something with
a
a blackberry.
sweet tart. Your blackberry would be good. This is in season right now, so I really like using
and you're right, in the way they come with these leaves here, it adds a dramatic effect on the plate.
It really does. And it just tastes great. Did you like it?
I did. I loved it, actually. I like berries anyway.
That's delicious.
You're encouraging me to eat another one, actually. I like berries.
I pressed you.
You did. It didn't take much, actually.
No, I know. Not at all. Okay, good. We've got a little spice. Now, that's a little sweet. The berry's sweet. The persimmon's a little bit sweet. So we've got a little bit of spice going on. We got a little richness of the garlic.
Is the persimmon sweeter than the gooseberry? I'll try it in a second. But
yeah. Let's tell ourselves.
It can't hurt to ask, right?
Can't hurt to ask.
Because I'm interested.
Usually not, but this is nice and ripe.
A different consistency. It's softer.
It's delicious.
Very good combination.
Okay, and there we go. Now we're going to get that off of there.
Beautiful. Now,
so that's the dish.
Is this dish ready to be plated?
That's it. It is plated and ready.
Well, then I think we should head over to the tasting table.
On my way.
While we try your beautiful interpretations of game, right? So first we have our quail. I'm going to dive into this here.
You're diving.
I really like the 2 different textures that you're introducing here in this plate.
Yeah, I think
the shredded meat.
Yeah, that's you'll have some crunch in the slaw. The versatility of the Dorot spices, or herbs, I guess, is just wonderful.
The sauces really make it pop.
Oh yeah.
And the quail has a very rich flavor. There's a lot of flavor in that.
See how tender it is, and it's just a touch medium rare, just a touch, because it's a quick preparation.
I like the fresh slaw underneath too. Really adds a nice contrast.
Smoked sea salt, I taste.
Yeah, that was a different taste for me
right
as well.
To the foie gras.
I did. Let's go right for it.
Italians eat foie gras? Or they eat anything,
what don't we eat?
Yeah.
What don't we eat? Okay, one of these persimmon.
We're going to do that gooseberry again. I just love the gooseberries. Trying to eat more healthy, and obviously foie gras is not so healthy, but the herbs, the flavors, you can get all the flavor you need. You don't
I'm
need
speechless after this dish.
Speechless.
This is rich, sweet.
Believe it.
A little bit of heat, again, with that chili. Just a beautiful dish. This is a showstopper
You want
right
me to
here.
back away now?
This you may need to, actually. You may need to. This is wonderful.
I need to test this one because this is fun. How's that?
Just an absolute treat. Both dishes spectacular. Chef David Banks of Harry Savoy Grill. What a joy to work with you always.
Thank you.
You're an artist in the kitchen. You teach us so many of your tricks. It's
Appreciate
great.
it.
And Dorot frozen
It's all
herbs
fun.
really made it easier for us too.
That's super convenient. And
must-have.
Like I said, the flavor's concentrated nice. Their integrity is right on target. You can make, like I said, the versatility of it's great.
And very quick
I
and
love it.
efficient
Very
in the
fast.
kitchen.
Can't beat it.
A
How
pleasure
convenient.
as always to work with you in
Very
the
good.
kitchen.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for being here.
Cooked something from the show? Went to a restaurant that you loved? Found a place serving innovative cocktails or impressive wine? Become a fan of the Chef's Kitchen on Facebook and share your thoughts. Craft services provided by Garces Trading Company, a European-style gourmet market where you can enjoy delicious bistro fare in a bright, airy setting. Flowers on the set provided by Nature's Gallery Florist, distinctive floral arrangements with European flair.
I want to welcome you to Harry Savoy Grill, where freshness and quality are the key ingredients on our extensive menu. You can enjoy the finest aged steaks, hand-carved prime rib, fresh seafood, or lobster shipped directly from Maine, all in a casual yet elegant atmosphere. Choose one of our chef's nightly innovations, complemented with delicious wines from our notable wine cellar. Whether it's a special celebration or dinner for two, come in tonight. Harry Savoy Grill, a classic that's fun. We stake our reputation on it.
Appearing on this show is one of the stronger points of our marketing and advertising techniques. The show is a great way to get out there. Many, many people see it. I get comments all the time from people that see it every placement that we have. It's been a real pleasure, and it always is a pleasure. I've done a lot of shows with Chef's Kitchen, and it's always a pleasure to come back and do it again.